Okay, new video. Yippee! We got another subscriber, which is always nice. We always want more subscribers. We don't need too many though. Again, Demo Man video at 15 subscribers. 15 subscribers. Yes. I'm not sure if there's any much more to say before we get into the start of the video. For the video game that I like to play. Now, I semi-main Pyro. He's like my secondary main. If I'm getting a little bit bored with playing Medic, I'll just go play some Pyro. Occasionally I'll play Pybro, which is always fun. I recently did get the nice Premiosa account, so now I can trade and chat and stuff. Now, I don't think I had it when this footage was recorded, but I did bind the call for medic key to be M, because, you know, M for medic, maybe. But, yep. Remember, don't spam call for medic. And, by the way, for all you scouts out there watching, losing 7 health does not mean you need to call for medic. That's not a joke. Once the scout called for medic, so I went up to him to try and, you know, heal him, and he only lost like 3 health. And I'm like, bro, just freaking, you don't even need like a health pack. Just like, anyway, Pyro. Today's video is about Pyro. So, yeah, I mean, Pyro's a pretty simple class. He does his little wee, and he does W plus M1. He has his thermal thruster. He doesn't have much that changes up his playstyle, let's say. He has the thermal thruster, which lets you play Spyro. That's what I call it when you, like, use the thermal thruster to sneak around behind the enemy and then, like, burn them with the back burner / Dragon's Fury. Called Spyro. Yeah. I'm new. Alright. So, I actually didn't come up with a full list for Pyro weapons, but I'm going to try and come up with one on the spot. So, that's kind of like, yippee, we made it past 5 subscribers. So, your reward is listening to me try and make up stuff on the spot, which is kind of just weird. I don't know. There's something about it, which I haven't done since my medic video, which isn't too long ago, but it was a little bit ago. Alright. So, let's start off with the new primary. This one has my first neutral stat. Yeah, I made a neutral stat. Like it's just kind of a thing a weapon does. It's not good or bad. But by the way, the primary is called hot sauce, because it's like hot sauce. Because like fire, hot sauce. I mean, like, you know, I think it's just funny to see like a pyromaniac running around with a big can of like hot sauce. So, the neutral stat. It is flames curve downwards. Which you might be like, well, that's a bad thing, because then my flames don't go in a straight line. But imagine this. There's a wall. And then you're on the other side of the wall. And you know there's like, I don't know, a center, or like, here. That part on Dust Bowl. The funny part on Dust Bowl. Where it's like a wall. And then on top, there's usually like a sentry for the spawn campers and stuff. Around that part where there's like the bend. I think it's like it's after the first control point. Anyway, so say you're there, you can like squirt your hot sauce up and it'll like bend down and hit it or something. Yippee! So you can like bend your shots. More damage upon like directly hitting them, like directly just like upon direct hit. Like that or not. So it's kind of like when you buy the more damage upgrade in MVM. instead of the more burn damage, because burn damage bad. But it has less afterburn, because you know, hot sauce. You're not gonna, I mean, hot sauce isn't very sticky. You can kind of like wipe it off with a napkin, and then it's just gone, because it's hot sauce. Secondary, the microwave. The microwave. Because, like, you know, you warm things up in a microwave. It shoots a little penetrating beam, kind of like the Righteous Bison, but guess what? This one won't suck. And it's kind of like a boom. So I feel like it would kind of be like a flare gun where it deals with Pyro's thing with range. No ammo. Like, so, like, I mean, kind of like the Righteous Bison again. You can just kind of have it forever. And then, but it has a 25% slower reload speed, so instead of like, so it has like a longer cooldown, I would say. I mean, I guess it has like a longer cooldown or something. Or, well, not really cooldown, but like part where you can't use it. So it's just kind of like a nice little, you can shoot it down at control point to lower enemies' health, because it won't do a lot of damage. It will lower enemies' health. But, alright, new melee. This one is a little silly billy, but I kind of like it. It's the fire garden. You know what that means. Get some pyro frag videos with the fire garden. It's like the market garden, but instead of rocket jumping, since Pyro can't rocket jump, I mean, he can reflect jump, but I don't care. And because it's hard, it will deal crits while thermal thrusting or detonatoring. So yeah, but it has the minus 10% swing speed like the regular market garden. So it's just like the Pyro's market garden. Not much to say on that guy. I think that guy is kind of like my big change up, because, you know, most Pyros are just W plus M1. Shoot a couple squirt shots down that choke point. Pull out my freaking power jack to go get a ammo pack, and then go keep annoying that soldier by air blasting him. But I feel like a fire garden could like be like, oh, now there's a better purpose for the thermal thruster and stuff. So like, just alright. So envision this. Well, you don't have to envision this first part. This first part is regular pyro. You all know what that is. You kind of just go like, walk in a straight line. Oh, hey, I'm here at the front lines. Oh, hey, I got Ubered. Oh, now I'm dead. Now you're back in the respawn queue. But what this could do, well, normal pyro, you also just kind of like shoot a couple spark shots down there, but no one cares. But what this could do is because most people don't like the thermal thruster too much, just because it's kind of bad, people say, but I think it's fun and good and underrated. People should use it more, especially in MVM, because like use it in MVM because it puts a lot less stress on your NG's teleporter. Because, like, your engineer is not always going to be engineer. Engineer, bang. Oh, wait, is this a scene? Okay, now, there's a really funny clip in this, in my freaking thing. But I think this would prioritize you. Thermal thrust, and you pull it out, you bonk someone on the head, and you thermal thrust out. Or you can keep burning people with the use of another unlock that's in this video. That's why you should keep watching it. But yeah, there's another one that could actually really change up your playstyle. Next, I call it the Firefly. It's a cool name because it's pyro. But so it will track the nearest player. It deals with Pyro's lack of range. It will track the nearest player, which sounds very overpowered. but it has no afterburn. So it'll kind of like, we'll have like very little afterburn. It will be only for like a couple seconds. So it's really, you can like shoot it at a couple of people to annoy them for a little bit. And once it hits them, they're obviously just gone. But they are also air blastable, which is, I think it's the only pyro weapon that is air blastable, which basically means other pyros are practically immune to it. Because once air blast, they will delete thyself, which could be really cool. But it will only track the nearest player. And if there are no people in, let's just say, I don't know, a 1,000, or no, not 1,000, like a 2,000 hammer unit area, which isn't very big. I think the Pyrooooo POW only goes 1,000 hammer units, which is still pretty far. 2,000, maybe 1,500 hammer units. Yeah, 1,500 hammer units. So it's a little bit further than the Pyrooooo POW, and it will just track them. But if there's no one within that thing, they'll just kind of, they'll just go back into the weapon. I did come up with a little design for it. It's like a little jar with fireflies in it, and it has like a plunger in the front, and the plunger, like, the pyro pulls the trigger, and that plunger goes up, and because of a machine, like, fireflies come out. I don't know. Nah, got the hiccups. Well, I don't got the hiccups. It's something else. But it's, I think that would deal with Pyro's lack of range without, sacrificing, like, I don't know. Like, say you wanted to play combo Pyro, but the other team is just full of, I don't know, heavies and scouts. So you basically just can't do anything because you're just getting, or snipers, yeah. The enemy team is full of freaking snipers. Like 7 snipers, and you're like, I can't do crap. Instead of, I don't know, using the thermal thruster, where you could, where you are left vulnerable for air shots, which is one thing, and that is the biggest downside of the thermal thruster. And you have no secondary or using a flare gun, which has good range, but it's not like you shoot it. The thing is, it still fires, and it fires well, but it's just not, how do I put this? It's not very good. Well, no, it bobs their aim up and down, but they can still, like, snipe you and shoot you in that time. It doesn't insta-kill them, unless it's, like, a crit. But, yeah. So, but what if you just, like, there are 7 snipers, and besides, you have to reload. You only get 1 shot in that clip. So if there are 2 snipers next to each other, and you hit one, the other one will just shoot you while you're reloading. Unless you're using a certain flare gun unlock that I refuse to admit would deal with that situation, because it's very overpowered, and Valve should nerf it, but they never will, because it's TF2. The next one. It's, this one is a thermal thruster side grade. Yeah. That's what I was hinting at earlier. It's a thermal thruster side grade. You never thought that existed, did you? Yeah, now it does. It's called the terminal thruster. Yeah, so basically, this one is more of a dive-heavy playstyle. Instead of Spyro, like I mentioned earlier, this is like Dive-Row, where you just dive in and die. But obviously, you'll burn people. So what do you think is one thing that could emphasize the just dive in and go for it? Well, what makes the thermal thruster not a dive in and do that? Well, it has 2 charges, so you can dive in, burn, and get out, which, I don't know, is pretty good because you want to live. But the terminal thruster only has 1 charge. Yeah, so you can just kind of get there. You get 1 charge, but it has a so you kind of get there, and then you're like, well, what do I do? Not there yet. So say you don't get there. Well, it has more jump height. So, or jump range. I don't know how to say it. Like, the jump goes extra far. There we are. The jump has extra distance. It can go further than the other one. So, 2 charges would technically go faster because you could go bonk, bonk, but 1 charge with this would go as far as maybe 1.5 charges with the thermal thruster. And it has a 75% faster recharge rate. Which you'd be like, well, why would I ever use the regular thermal thruster? Well, sometimes you don't have, since I think the thermal thruster you know what? The thermal thruster charge rate is like 15 seconds maybe? I am not 100% sure. Here, I will look it up. I'm pretty sure it's like 15 seconds for 1 charge. Yeah. So if it's 15 seconds for 1 charge, this is a 75% chance, or I mean not 75% chance, it has a 75% faster charge rate. So yeah, so I almost said 75%. Like yes, it has a 75% chance to just not work, which is an 11-second. It's 11.25 because I looked that up. But so I'm just gonna round it to 10. So it's a 10-second charge rate instead of like 15. So here, let me mass it out for you. If you did 1 charge with the normal thermal thruster, you could jump in and jump out. Jumping in with the regular thermal thruster, if you only had 1 charge on the thermal thruster, and you jumped in or you tried to jump out, and there was something there when you tried to jump out, well then the regular thermal thruster would be worse, because like, oh yeah, here's the clip, I jumped on top of the tank. But on the regular thermal thruster would be worse, because you have to charge 15 seconds. But this 1 charge guy, if you jumped in, and if you jumped in, you would have only 1 charge, but it charges in 10 seconds, about. So just think about it like this. The terminal thruster is better for 1 jump, thermal thruster better for 2. And then, let me think about it. They're about even for 3 jumps. Yeah, I'm not even going to try and calculate like 4 or 5 jumps because I'm lazy. But now it's time for the funny part where I try to make up a melee because I couldn't make more pyro melees because I'm bad at making pyro melees because pyro melees are hard to make. I just said pyro melees like 7 times. Pyro melees. So, what do pyro melees have to have? They have to have 3 things, I say. 3 things. They have to have a purpose. Because if you're really foregoing the flamethrower in purpose of slapping someone with your melee, then it better be for a good purpose. Second, it must have utility. You can't just have like okay, let's go with the back scratcher. Or no. That one's too good. Let's go with the sharpened volcano fragment. Say you run out of ammo on your primary, your flamethrower. You should never really be running out of ammo on a flamethrower, but let's just say you do somehow. Maybe you're not near an ammo pack. Maybe you're playing a map without very many ammo packs. Anyway, let's just say you run out of ammo and you have the sharpened volcano fragment. It's gonna do that damage over time, which is its use. Its use is if your flamethrower runs out of power or juice or ammo, well then you have that to also do damage over time. But it serves no utility. That's why it's not very useful. Because, like, you're running at someone with your melee out. It's not very useful. Now let's take the power. Let's take the power jack. And same situation. You run out of ammo on your primary. You can pull out the power jack, and then you can hit people with it as it's like, thing to do, because all melees can do that. There's not much else to it, but you can still, hit people with it. So, like, here. So, you pull out your power jack. And let's just say, okay, no. I'm getting all messed up here. I'm getting all confused with my pyro melees. So, you pull this out. It's, I don't know, like, power, I guess I should say. It comes from its 25 health restored on kill, which is very nice. Only when it's active. And this is when you run out of ammo on your primary. This is the same example. But it also serves the utility of you go faster, which means you can pull it out when you still have ammo, just as a utility. But the third thing I think a melee should have is it should look pretty freaking epic. You don't want a lame looking melee like the sharpened volcano fragment. Think about that thing. That thing looks sick. Even though it's really bad, it's freaking sick. And like, okay, let's think of the best pyro melee, the power jack. That thing looks pretty epic, if I do say so myself. Like, just look at the thing. Look at it. It's freaking awesome. There's not much you can say to this, like, not. I mean, it looks awesome. Like, I might be a little biased, but I think it looks pretty freaking epic. But, so, it should look epic. So, what are we gonna add? The Bonkinator. Yeah, it's called the Bonkinator. I don't know. I thought it would be a funny name. So, what the Bonkinator does is, it's kind of like the Hot Hand. By the way, Hot Hand looks pretty freaking epic. I don't know. It looks funny. I think it looks funny. So, I like it. So, it will be kind of like the Hot Hand, but better. It will serve a purpose. Alright, so this weapon. First, we're going to start from the top. Its purpose. What will it do? Well, basically, it will do, it's the Bonkinator, so it will be like, it will kind of be like a robotic, kind of like juicy bat, kind of like Scout's bat, but like juicy. Yeah, juicy bat. So it's like juicy and like stuff, and it will be like, it'll have a faster swing speed. That will be its utility. It will look really freaking epic, and it will be like juicy. Like it will have like the lava lamp style things. That's what I'm thinking of. Lava lamp style things. Like the juices. But what will its utility be? Because it's kind of like a lava lamp, but it also swings much faster. It will go like boink, 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 boink. What would its utility be? About a 2.5 second speed boost upon like slapping someone with it. So it could be very nice for just like, woo. So I think it would be good for dealing with sentries, because imagine you like, a sentry gets wrangled and then you kill the engineer, so it's just sitting there undefended. So you run up, but then it comes unwrangled, but you can slap it, and now you can go super fast and outrun the sentry's turn speed, and then you can like, juke it out or something. Juking out sentries, just like just juking them out like LeBron James. What the hell is going on? Never mind. There's a group chat that I'm in that started blowing up for some reason. What's going on? Never mind. Okay. And that is my idea for new pyro weapons. This video has been a little weird because I've just kind of been doing stuff in the background. I'm trying to kind of make this a little faster, just so this video might have the best of editings. Because, like, I don't know. There's an organ game going on, and I kind of want to watch it. Sweet. Eep. That is my idea for new pyro weapons. I hope you enjoyed it. Couple things about the channel. I'm thinking of doing maybe like a little podcast series. Maybe once this new weapons idea is over. So yeah. And Spy and Engineer poll will come out. Maybe, so we got the pyro, we got the sniper video. I'm thinking of probably around when maybe my sniper video drops, because then I'll have the heavy video to, do to give it some time, and then the winner will get a new PDA / disguise kit, and it will go first. Personally, I kind of want Engineer to win. I'm a little biased, but I kind of like Engineer more than Spy. Spy's just kind of hard, because I'm bad at Spy. And I guess that's kind of a skill issue. Yeah, I'm just really bad at Spy. But that's just a theory, a game theory. Oh wait, watch this right there. Yeah, you can do that with the pit. You can jump out of pits with the thermal thruster. Remember that. Jump out of pits with the thermal thruster. That's another use for it. I'm coming up with uses for the thermal thruster out the wazoo. No, and people still call it underrated. Why? It's a freaking great weapon. And I think everyone should use it. And it's not underpowered at all. And I think Valve should, do so. By the way, Bison's overpowered. I don't care. Nerf it.